And now, the final Cars movie, and my favorite movie of all time, is Cars 3. When I saw this movie in theaters, I was so, so happy with this movie. After the big failure that was Cars 2, Pixar actually got their brain cells back and they made Cars 3 better than Cars 2. I have waited so long for them to make a third sequel ever since 2011. This came out in 2017. This was made in 2011. So it took like so many years to get Cars 3 out. Like, I've waited so heavily for Cars 3, and now that we've got one, I'm just so amazed. Like, ever since I saw this in the theaters, this was one of the best movies I've ever seen in the theaters, along with Toy Story 4 that came out in 2019. So, Cars 3 is my favorite Pixar movie and my favorite Cars movie of the entire trilogy. The first two movies are kind of good, but Cars 3 is the best one they've ever made. So, Cars 3 gets back to, like, racing. Like, the racing plot does happen. The movie no longer focuses on Mater, which is good. They focus their attention on Lightning McQueen, and Lightning McQueen's story is pretty amazing. I think this is the best story. Like, it takes place during Cars 1. Like, it has some continuity in it. Like, this movie does have continuity. Like, they reference Doc Hudson and his backstories. However, there is one sad thing about Cars 3, and that's the fact that Lightning McQueen is getting old. Like, ever since, like, the first two Cars movies, Lightning McQueen has not been the same car. Like, he's still the same personality, don't get me wrong, but he has gotten a bit slower and more older, even though he looks the same. Like, the whole movie is about him racing with all of his old friends in the old cars, but then the next generation Formula One cars come, like Jackson Storm as the main antagonist. I think Jackson Storm is my favorite villain in the entire Cars trilogy. Chick Hicks was okay, but I hate how he won in the end. Professor Zundap and Miles X-Rod are kind of nice, but Jackson Storm does a lot right and the other villains don't. Like, basically, Jackson Storm is like a next generation car, and he's new high tech, and his plan is to, like, try to get rid of the older cars. Like, when he and the new next gen cars come, all the old racers except for Lightning McQueen retire, like even Cal Weathers. So Jackson Storm then causes Lightning McQueen to crash by, like, talking to Lightning McQueen in a way that makes Lightning McQueen very sad and deniable, and then that causes Lightning McQueen to, like, lose his motivation, and then he crashes. The movie is about Lightning McQueen trying to not retire, but he has the fear of retiring until he meets this Toyota car named Cruz Ramirez, and she's actually my favorite female character of the trilogy. So anyways, Cruz Ramirez is like Lightning McQueen's mentor. She teaches Lightning McQueen how to be fast, but no matter how hard he tries, he can never be as fast as Jackson Storm, which is so sad. Like, if Lightning McQueen could actually beat Jackson Storm, that would have been amazing, but he's too slow, as Sonic the Hedgehog would say, "You're too slow!" Anyways, yeah, but then along the way, they try to train McQueen to become fast, and in the final race, Lightning McQueen actually does half of the race. Cruz's character arc is that Cruz wants to be a racer like Lightning McQueen. She used to watch Lightning McQueen race in the old days, and she also wants to become a race car like him, which I think is very nice of her. Like, this is the reason why I love Cruz. She's just a fun and good character. She has a bit of good character development, as good as Lightning McQueen's character development in the first Cars movie. Anyways, excuse me. The 4 to 500 starts, which is the final race of the entire trilogy. And this would be the race to make sure that Lightning McQueen doesn't retire. He has a wager with Sterling that if he doesn't come in first place in the next race, he retires. So when Lightning McQueen does the actual 4 to 500, he does kind of, like, get past all the other next-gen cars before Jackson Storm. Then Sterling tells Cruz to go back to the training center, and this makes Lightning McQueen realize all along that Cruz was a racer, and he just never saw that. Like, Lightning McQueen's character development has gotten better and better ever since Cars 1. Cruz's character development is so amazing. So, I think the best thing about Cars 3 is Lightning McQueen gives up his race for Cruz Ramirez and asks her to finish the race for him. Then Cruz does the Doc Hudson flip over Jackson Storm and wins the race. That has to be my favorite scene in the entire Cars 3 movie. I'm so happy Cruz Ramirez won and Jackson Storm lost. So, it turns out that they both win since Lightning McQueen did half the race and she did the other half, so they're two winners. And I'm just so happy that Lightning McQueen is still racing to this day. However, the best thing to happen to Lightning McQueen is he becomes Cruz Ramirez's mentor. So Cruz is the new Lightning McQueen, and Lightning McQueen is the new Doc Hudson. That was so amazing. Ever since Lightning McQueen became Cruz Ramirez's mentor, that's just such a great scene. And a great callback to Cars 1. You can skip Cars 2 and just watch Cars 3 after Cars 1, and you wouldn't even tell the difference. So anyways, I think it's what I love about Cars 3. I'm sorry if there's not much to talk about Cars 3, but it's the best one. If you have not seen Cars 3, I highly recommend this movie, because you will not, miss out on anything if you, just watch Cars 1, skip Cars 2, go to Cars 3. Mayer is also perfect in this movie. He's not longer the main character. He's just used for comic relief again, which is amazing. The movie just solely focuses on Lightning McQueen, Jackson Storm, and Cruz Ramirez, and their whole character arc. Cruz went from being a trainer to a racer. Lightning McQueen was almost about to retire, but thanks to being Cruz's mentor, he still keeps racing. And he's still going to be Cruz's mentor as time goes on. And that's all I have to say about Pixar's Cars. So that was one heck of a ride, and I really love the Cars franchise. Even though that some parts of this franchise aren't that good as well as Cars 3 is. At least Cars 3 is my favorite out of the Pixar Cars franchise. I don't even have to watch the first two movies to enjoy this. Cars 3 is just the best one in my opinion. And I'm curious to know, what is your favorite type of Cars movie? Do you like Cars 1, Cars 2, or Cars 3? Tell me in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this review, tell me what your thoughts on it are in the comment section. Until then, I hope you're excited for the My Little Pony Season 1 review, as well as other Thomas and Friends reviews, and the Misty Island Rescue review. I'm not excited for Misty Island Rescue. But anyways, thanks for watching, and happy 16th anniversary to Cars, and I'll see you next time. Bye!